So I was cleaning the Golf today, and the wing mirrors were absolutely doing me head in. That carbon fibre with the lacquer peel on them, it's been pissing me off for absolutely ages, so I needed to pull my finger out and get them done. So I did cover the car up on the drive and start prepping them, sanding them down, getting rid of the rest of the crappy lacquer that was on there. And the wind just picked up and it started blowing the plastic sheeting everywhere, and it was just really beginning to wind me up. So I've bit the bullet and I've come down to one of my workshops, and I'm gonna, because let's face it, really shit preparation leaves to a shit finish. So I just wanna, I just want to get on and get them done, because it's, to me, it's the only thing that's letting the car down. And I know a lot of you out there are probably thinking, why didn't you just remove the wing mirrors? Well, I would have done, but these carbon fibre trims here seem to be bonded on, so I couldn't get the flipping things off. So there has to be done on the car. I mean, you can see this one. I've managed to get most of the crap off that with a jet wash, believe it or not. This is the one that I did have bagged and taped at home. Now I've got, just needs another little wet sand, I think, before I hit it with a clear coat. But it's the majority of the way there, that one. So yeah, I'll just run you through the process of what we're doing. Just get her inside and get on and get it done, get the shutter down and get some wind out the way, and hopefully get them clear coated up and hopefully get it dried, and then I'll be able to take the car home, and I can do any wet sanding and buffing on the clear coat that needs to be done on the drive. So yeah, I'll just go and get set up. So all I've done with this one here is I've given it a bit of a sanding with a coarse paper. I think it was 600 grit, and then finished it off with 3000 grit. But I'm just gonna, there's a couple of bits down there, the lacquer, that I want to give another go. So I'm gonna give it a rub down with some 800, and then a clean off with isopropyl alcohol, and that one will probably be ready to mask up and get some clear coat on. That's the theory. I mean, I'm no painter, no body shop man either, but I'm just giving it a go because they're doing me head in and I absolutely want them done. And the guy that does most of my painting, he wasn't really interested in touching them because he couldn't get the wing mirrors off the car, so we'll see how I get on. Well, I think I've got the near side all prepped and ready for paint, but obviously I'm just gonna change all the plastic on the car before I do any painting. So got to make a start now on the offside one and hit that with a few of the sandpapers that we have. And look at the state of them, they're an absolute mess, just doing me absolute head in. Everything else about the car is pretty tidy, but those mirrors just let it down, so time to get them sorted. So I'm just going to hit the harder spots with a 600 grit paper on the DA. When you're sanding it, you just want to be careful when your water starts to turn black. You've gone too far. So obviously the 600 on the DA was too is too aggressive. So I'm going to go back to by hand and just get all these shite bits of clear coat off, and hopefully I'll be able to get it back to the same finish as I have on the other side, and then we'll mask everything up and chuck some clear coat on it. Well, that's it. They're all prepped, and I absolutely shit myself there. I thought I'd sanded through the carbon fibre weave on the driver's side mirror, but I haven't. So, all prepped, ready for some clear coat. I'm just gonna give them one more wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol IPA before I think about firing the clear coat on. And I'll show you what clear coat I'm gonna use, or what I'm gonna try and use, because as I said, I'm no painter. Bear with me. Yes, that's the stuff I'm going to use. Spray Max clear coat 2K. It says I got to shake it for 2 minutes and pop that red cap in the arse of it until I hear a click, and give it a shake for another 2 minutes, and then give it a test spray and give it sort of 5 minutes between coats. So yeah, I'll let you know when I've had 2 minutes of can shaking. Plenty of clear coat on it, so that I have plenty to work with when it comes to finishing off. The actual sanding, wet sanding, and the polishing back, I can do that bit. It's just this whole painting and prep, I don't really have the patience for it, but the mirrors were a mess, it needed to be done. So I'm going to give this 5 minutes here and let it tack off a bit, and then get another couple of coats on it, and then let it sit and let it cure. I think our lass has just messaged me. She's gonna piss off to Starbucks and grab me a coffee and a bite to eat. So bit of luck, they'll go off and I'll be able to drive the car home today. If not, I'll just leave it in the workshop overnight, and I'll fetch it home tomorrow, and I'll do the work. But anyway, just waiting now for another couple of coats to go on, and we'll go from there. What I tend to do is, while I'm waiting 5 minutes for that to dry, find a little Volkswagen video on YouTube. Mk2s. So there we have it. Wing mirrors are done, and I think you'll agree, not done a bad job. There is a few bits, there is a few runs and a bit of orange peel that's gonna need wet sanding back, and I'm gonna have to get them sorted, but that's for another day. So what did I do? I mean, to be fair, that was quite an extensive repair. I mean, most of the stuff that you guys are probably dealing with could be small stone chips or just a bit of, excuse me, faded lacquer, but you don't have to take it back as far as I did. Just remember, if you're sanding clear coat, it's usually, when you're wet sanding, it's usually white, milky residue that comes off. If that changes colour, starts to turn black, you know, you've gone too far. You've gone through all the clear coat as I did. But yeah, what did I do? Now, full disclosure, I am not a painter, not body shop repairs. This is a DIY repair that I've taken on myself. So I'm not saying this is the way to do it. It's just how I did it. But all you got to do is just sand away the worst bits. You don't have to take all of your clear coat off. You can, you know, just make sure you've got a smooth surface and there's no edges really, no steps in the clear coat if you're leaving some of the old clear coat on. If you are leaving clear coat on, key that up. Make sure that there's a rough edge with a bit of sandpaper. Key it all up. It'll give your lacquer something to adhere to. So yeah, I just sanded it back with a coarse paper. I mean, initially I started with sort of 400, then 600 and 800. You don't really have to go that fine. I mean, I think the 600 would be fine. And then just apply the clear coat on in thin layers. I'll pop links in the description of everything that I used. I mean, I just got some sanding paper and stuff off Amazon, so, and I used my little DA, which I use for detailing, which are absolutely cracking little piece of kit. You can get some cheap ones on Amazon too that do the same thing, so I'll pop links in the description for those as well. And yeah, that's about it. Massive thank you to everyone that subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely blown up, you know, 250 odd subscribers since the last video. The next step on the mirrors, I am gonna wet sand those back and then use the DA to buff them back up to a perfect mirror finish and get the high gloss that I'm after and take out all the imperfections that left behind by my unprofessional paint job. But if you do want to catch out how I'm doing that, remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll be notified of when that next video comes out. And anyway, thanks for watching, folks. Take it easy. Look after yourselves. And if you don't look back at the car every time you park it up, you're driving the wrong car.